The SAT will occasionally test the difference between a period and a question mark. And I know on the surface it seems obvious what the difference is, right? Question mark is for questions and periods are for statements or assertions. Yes, indeed. Sometimes, not particularly on this question, but sometimes it may not be immediately obvious whether what you're looking at should be a statement or a question. And there you need to look at the context to determine, am I actually asking a question either directly to the reader or rhetorically, where I would want to structure it as a question, or am I merely making an assertion? For example, if we assert that a person has a question, we're not necessarily asking that question. We're describing the fact that they have a question. So there could be some wrinkles there. In this case, on this problem, though, it seems pretty clear with this setup. The novel asks essential question, colon, and then how, blah, 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 that we do want a question here. And so I can pretty safely get rid of C and D, which when ending with periods, mean that we have statements or assertions. So A and B then end in our question mark, but there's another requirement, of course, when we're asking a question, and that is that the subject and the verb must be inverted. That is a signal in English that it is a question rather than a statement. So normally, in most cases, for assertions, statements, the subject, which is these traditions, comes before the verb. But when we're asking a question, we want to flip that. And that's why the answer here is going to be A. Will Umuofia's traditions be affected? That is our verb. That is our subject. We have that inversion, which is what we need when we have a question, which we have here ending with this question mark. So best answer here is choice A.